Alright, so MIUI 12 is finally here. You've seen it several times, and now you can try it out for yourself. So, what are the new features packed into this new software update? Of course, the biggest change here in my opinion is the all-new control center. It looks a lot like iOS, but in a good way. I like this new feature a lot. So basically, to access your notifications, you have to swipe down from the left side of the screen, and to access the control center, swipe down from the right side. You can see that Xiaomi has really put in some time and effort into making this. The new animations are great, everything looks polished as you'd expect, and they've also added a few things here like the floating window, which we'll get into later. They've also changed a few icons of the apps here and updated and added a new lock screen format, which is also nice. And then they also added new features for dark mode. As you can see, you can adjust your wallpaper as well if it's too bright, which may be good or bad for you. I personally leave it off because I like the original brightness and contrast of my wallpapers. And now, it actually automatically forces all of your apps to use dark mode even if the app doesn't have it, so that's also very cool. Another thing that they've added, which you may or may not like, is the setting here to adjust the display contrast automatically. I turned it off as soon as I found it because I think it's not necessary for me, but for you, this may actually be a great new feature that you'll use. Now let's move on to the updated UI. In my opinion, it definitely looks better and is a nice refresh. They polished things even more, and overall it's more optimized. You have a new notification style as well, and I can see that they're sort of moving in the same direction as iOS with these larger, rounder designs. You also have this new video toolbox feature that you can use in apps where you can start recording, take a screenshot, cast it to a TV, or even play the video while the screen is off. You probably think this is great, now I can listen to music from the YouTube app in the background. Well, I actually tested that out, and of course it didn't work because you need premium for it. Alright, so editor BlueCJ here with a short update. So when I was actually shooting for this video, I actually discovered that you can play any video on YouTube or just about any app with the screen turned off. I don't know why it didn't work before, but it works. Back to the video. Let's talk about floating windows. This is another great new feature here. Basically some apps, and they're mostly messaging apps, from the recents page. You can tap and hold an app, and now you can use it as a floating window. And that's not the only way you can access it. You can actually bring it up when you get a notification, just swipe it down and it becomes a floating window. You can move it around, and once you're done, you can swipe up from the bottom and flick it up to close it. But a very underrated feature right now here is a feature that uses Game Turbo. You know, in my previous videos, I always talked about how you can only use certain apps as a floating window while playing. Well, now pretty much almost every app is supported. So there you go, that's the new MIUI 12. It's great and you should definitely check it out. Some minor features that they've updated here are of course the new November 2020 security patch for Android, the new icons, the ability to change your SIM name into literally anything you want, and more subtle things that I probably haven't noticed yet. What do you think about this new update? Feel free to let me know in the comments below. Please leave a like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers before the end of the year. Stay well, my friends. Goodbye.